Salam and hi, I'm Ahmad Farhan. So today we're going to review a shoe that for me is quite interesting because of what it can give and the price point. So the shoe that I'm referring to is from XTEP and the model is VO2 Max SE. What does SE stands for? My understanding is special edition. So comparing this to the original VO2 Max, the seller said this shoe is slightly lighter, more breathable upper mesh. So that's the difference. Now what intrigued me is that this shoe is being compared to Novablast. So is it as good as Novablast? Well, that's why we're here today, to find out whether it is or not. But firstly, let's take a look at what this shoe can offer us. Firstly, the upper mesh is thin, is breathable, and the toe box is big enough for normal to flat foot. I would say it's good enough. Yeah. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that if you can wear an Adidas running shoes, you can wear this. The tongue is attached only at the edge here, meaning the side is movable, it's quite flimsy, and the cushion at the top of the tongue here is not too thin and it's not too thick. For me, just enough. Some runners may not like it because I said just now it's flimsy and it's movable, but once you put it on, you will not notice it. At least it will not bother you much. The cushioning here is good. I don't feel any problem when I'm using it. But the one that I want to talk about is the midsole. Now, the midsole is soft, right? And it gives you the bounciness. So it can give you that comfort when you go for 5-10k run. Okay, the bottom sole here has enough grip and it can give you that comfort and security when you are running. But I'm going to come back to that in a bit about the sole. If you look at this shoe, right, this shoe is made specifically for runners who are at 7, 8 or higher pace. Meaning here, this is not a speed shoes. Does that mean this shoe cannot go for speed? Not entirely. The motion's there, you can see it here, right? So you can go a bit faster if you want to, but if you want to go for speed shoe, XTEP, they provide other models. So this shoe is suitable for people who, like I said just now, pace 7 and above. If you want to go for daily run, okay, slow run, if you just want to go for brisk walk, or if you want to use this as your daily lifestyle shoes. So this shoe costs less than 200 ringgit. And how is it comparable to the mighty Novablast? Okay, let's take a look at the thing they offered. The upper mesh, is it as good as Novablast? No. The cushion, is it as good as Novablast? No. The midsole, is it as good as Novablast? No. And the sole, is it as good as Novablast? Unfortunately, no. So why am I recommending this shoe? For a few reasons. Number one, although everything that we mentioned just now is a no, but it is not that far off. I would say this shoe can give you about 80% of what Novablast can give you. So that's quite good, especially for its price point. You see, Novablast costs more than 500 ringgit. This one is less than 200 ringgit. For 80% of what Novablast can give you, and you're paying for less than 200 ringgit, from my point of view, this shoe is much better than other big brands that cost the same. So basically, this shoe is as good as shoes that cost more than 300 ringgit, even 400 ringgit. So and you are paying a fraction of it. So this shoe is made for beginners, slow pacers, people who want to use this for brisk walk, or low on budget. This shoe can give you the mileage that you need. So how far of a run can I use this shoe? Well, first and foremost, 5 km run, definitely can. 10 km, no problem. But I would say it should go up to 15 kilometers only. Now, does it mean it cannot go for half marathon? I've never tried it yet for half marathon, but when I use it for 10k and slightly above, it's already using its max capacity of protecting your feet. So my personal opinion, 15 kilometers and below should be perfect for you. Now, there are 3 problems that I want to highlight here, but they are all manageable. Firstly, this shoe need to have a break-in. The first time I use it, the first 2-3 kilometers, I don't feel the comfort. Alright? But after I break into the shoes, about 4 kilometers, I start to feel the comfort in the midsole. So if you buy this shoe and the first 2-3 kilometers you feel that, man, I've been cheated, run a little bit more and then you will feel, okay, right, that's the first problem. The second problem is that when I'm using this shoe, I do feel a little bit of heel slippage, which can cause problems for any runners. To counter that problem, I did the heel lock shoe tying technique. Alright? If you're not sure what is heel lock, you can just Google it and it will show you and teach you how to have that heel lock shoe tying. So once I did the shoe tying, no more problem. The third and final problem, like I mentioned earlier, which we coming back to, is the bottom sole. Right, I'm going to be very honest with you. The sole is good for the price, but it has a minor grip problem, very minor. What I'm saying is that I've used this on a wet road and I do feel a little bit of that slippery feeling, but I don't think that's a big problem. Why is that? Because I mentioned earlier, this shoe is made for slow pacers, meaning pace 7 and above. When you are not going fast, it will not be much problem for you. If you're using this and you want to go for speed on a wet road, maybe you will have more problem. But if you are pace 7, 8, 9, it should not be any problem because you are not using that speed and it will not disturb your running. So am I recommending this shoe? I am recommending this shoe again for beginners, slow pacers, people under budget, definitely for people under budget. I would not recommend you to buy any big brand shoes that cost you 200-300, where you can get this shoe for less than 200 but can give you a quality of above 300-400 ringgit shoes. From my personal experience, this shoe is not as good as Novablast, but close enough, and especially for the price point, you should give it a try. Even if you're not sure, and even if you don't like it, for a shoe that costs less than 200 ringgit, it will not break your wallet. So that's all from me. I hope my review of XTEP VO2 Max SE helps for those who are planning to buy or not sure about this shoe, or just want to find alternative shoes, or looking for a good cheap shoes. So that's all from me. Thank you for watching, and I see you when I see you.